Hi guys, this is Nathar at CrowSong Lodge, and I'm back again with the third part and the final part, I think, with this whole mess about the fake witchy authors on Amazon. So I wanted to let you guys know that I wasn't planning on doing a third part, but I'm doing a third part because I was contacted by email by Lisa Chamberlain. And so that's really exciting for me. It's really exciting because I didn't think she was a real person. And since she contacted me, that means she's a real person. And that's all we really wanted. um, a lot of people, and I discussed this in the last video and the part 2 post on my website, a lot of people thought we were upset because we didn't like self-published authors, or we didn't like pen names, or like a million other things. But the real thing that we were concerned about is that we didn't think there were like genuine people writing books. So all we were looking for is some kind of evidence that there was an actual human person writing books. And so now we have it. So Lisa Chamberlain emailed me, and we've been talking back and forth a little bit. And so I just wanted to share some information that she shared with me that was pretty exciting. Yes, Lisa Chamberlain is a pen name. She says that she doesn't have any social media presence because she's a super private person and she isn't out of the broom closet because of her family not knowing or approving of what she does. She just signed a multi-book contract with Sterling Publishing, the first book of which is due out in April of 2020. I did check the website and the book cover is already up there, so you should totally go check it out. Like the other videos, I'm going to put the link to the blog post that this video here is based on for you to go check out if you want to get all the links and screenshots and see all the goodies and do your own deep dive and check out the information for yourself, or even pre-order some books if you want. So the first one is going to be Wiccan Kitchen, and that's coming out in April 2020. She says that she has been fighting her own fight with Amazon over all these other fake books out there. She knows that it's an issue and she has been struggling with it herself. And after looking at her books in comparison, because a lot of people didn't realize that part of what we were doing is we were actually comparing the text from the books to each other. So a lot of people said, like, they haven't even bought any of these books. They don't even know what they say. What if the content is actually good? No. We bought a bunch of these books. Like, I know Keldon bought a bunch. I bought a bunch. And so we're actually looking at the content, and that's why we know that these are like the same books over and over and over again. And it's one of the reasons why Lisa Chamberlain got put on the list in the first place, because her book had the same material as the other books. So, for a better example of what we're talking about when it comes to this kind of plagiarism, allow me to read a passage from the books, because now that we know that Lisa Chamberlain is the real person, we know why we were not able to find the original PLR seed on the internet that all the books were copying from. We're pretty certain that it's Lisa Chamberlain's books that they're actually all copying. So the first passage I'm going to read comes from Lisa Chamberlain's book, Wicca for Beginners, A Guide to Wiccan Beliefs, Rituals, Magic, and Witchcraft. Now, I know for some people it's hard to follow text and pay close attention when someone is reading it out loud. That is true for me as well. So again, these passages are both on my website as well if you want to follow the link and go check it out. So the passage from Lisa Chamberlain's book reads, and this is in regards to the term pagan, okay, just for context. Some Wiccans resist the term and draw a clear distinction between themselves and pagans. However, this distinction is aimed more at modern or neo-pagan spiritual movements than the general sense of the word as a category of religion. What neo-pagan traditions Wiccan and non-Wiccan alike have in common is an affinity with older pre-Christian belief systems that may not be well represented in written history, but have retained a place in the human imagination, even if their particular expressions have morphed and changed over time. Okay, so that's Lisa Chamberlain's text. Now, in the last video, the part 2 video, which is also going to be linked in the description if you haven't seen it, we talked about how re-spinning works. Basically, it's using a computer algorithm to take the same sentence and passage, the same text, and replace all the words it can with similar phrases or synonyms to the words that were originally in it. So listen to this passage from Scott Spell's book, Wicca for Beginners, The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Wicca Candle Spells, Herbal Magic, Crystal Spells, Moon Magic, Witchcraft Rituals, and Magic Rituals. It's a terrible title. A few Wiccans oppose the term and draw a clear differentiation among themselves and pagans. In any case, this differentiation is pointed more at present-day or neo-pagan profound developments than the general feeling of the word as a class of religion. What neo-pagan conventions, Wiccan and non-Wiccan the same, share for all intents and purpose is a fondness with more seasoned pre-Christian conviction frameworks that may not be well spoken to in recorded history, however, have held a spot in the human creative mind, regardless of whether their specific articulations have transformed and changed after some time. So you can see that there's very it's just straight up replacing common phrases with similar common phrases, like some Wiccans has been replaced with a few Wiccans, resist has been replaced with oppose, draw a clear distinction has been replaced with draw a clear differentiation, among themselves has been replaced with between themselves has been replaced with among themselves. Like, it's just almost word for word synonym replacement all the way through the entire paragraph. That is exactly how spinning works. So we're pretty sure that what they're doing is they're taking Lisa Chamberlain's original text and re-spinning it in these copycat books. This is absolutely a form of illegal plagiarism. Okay, it's a certain class of plagiarism. It's plagiarism by paraphrasing, but plagiarism isn't just taking somebody's words word for word and copying them. It's also taking their concepts and the way it's delivered and copying that as well. So you can absolutely plagiarize someone without copying them word for word. You can take their text and rewrite it and rephrase it, and as long as it is still recognizably the same concepts and ideas transmitted in the same way, it's still plagiarism. So that whole rewriting the words in your own way thing that we all learned in high school, that's still plagiarism. You have to be making your own point in a different way. So yes, so you can see how Lisa Chamberlain's books bore too much of a resemblance to these other books, but it turns out they were just copying her. So I absolutely want to extend a heartfelt apology to Lisa Chamberlain for lumping her in with these copycats. It was not our intention to cause any harm whatsoever, and we sincerely apologize for that. And the purpose of doing the bulk of this part of the video about this is because we want to make it clear that Lisa Chamberlain is a very real person and that she is being plagiarized by the rest of the people who have the text from her books in their books. And we're hoping that this series of posts and the investigation that we did can actually help her in the fight that she has been struggling with Amazon. Because if she is the original author, then she deserves to have credit for her original text. And that is the way that is. So, yes, mad support for Lisa Chamberlain, and I really hope that she does great with her continuing efforts and stuff. She obviously has a very popular series of books that's being copied unfairly, and that's really rotten. So I hope she does really well, and I hope that she's able to fight Amazon and get these copycats taken care of, and we're more than happy to help her in doing that. This is the Thar at CrowSong Lodge. Check out the link below if you want the screenshots and the links and all the other things, and I will be back later with some other kind of video. Bye.